This is an example of how you can use post-deployment actions to create copies of your Qlik Sense apps and publish each copy to a different stream. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create a deployment plan, and we're going to name it Publish Copies Deployment Plan. And then next we're going to add a variable. So this variable is going to hold the names of the streams that we want to publish to. So we define a list here using curly braces, and then in single quotes, we will type out the names of the streams that we want to publish to. So today we will be publishing to prod 1 and to prod 2. So we'll save our variable and then come over and create our pipeline. We'll target it at Qlik November 21 to the everyone stream, and then we'll create our post-deployment actions. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to create our copies. We'll create 2 copies. And then for each copy, we will rename it. And let's say we want the names to be copy of, and then we'll use the plus, and we will use our app name variable. So this is a variable value because it'll depend on whatever you're deploying. So later on, we're going to deploy an app named Movies. And so Movies will be the app name that is substituted for this variable. So we've got copy of app name, and then we'll use another plus, and we'll add some more text. And we'll say published to, and then we'll use the plus again because we're going to be using another variable. And we will be using our stream names, and we will be accessing the stream names variable, the list of those streams that we typed out. We're going to access it at the copy number. So what this does is that for the first copy, we will access prod 1, and for the second copy, we will access prod 2. So this expression is a little abstract as it is right now. To preview the results of your expression, you can click the eyeball. So you can see that this will resolve to copy of sample app name published to prod 1, which is what we expect. So let's go back to the editing, and let's go ahead and copy the second portion of this expression, and we will use it in our publish action. So you can choose a single stream to publish all of your copies to by using this dropdown right here, and then you can also use a stream name expression. And this is how we're going to be using different variables for different copies. So this is the same portion of the expression that we used for the name. We can check the resolve value here. So that first copy is going to be using prod 1. And then if we wanted to check the copy, if the copy number was, so the copy number starts at 0. So the next one would be 1. And if we want to check the resolve value of stream names at 1, we can see that it'll be prod 2. So we don't want to leave this here because if we did leave it here, all of our copies would be published to prod 2, and that is not what we want to do. So let's put copy number back in here. And that was a brief overview of how you can use this text editor. If you do have questions or if you want more examples, you can check out our syntax guide by clicking this button right here. So now we have our copies, they're being renamed and they're being published. Let's go ahead and finish. And we can double check the values that we have for our post-deployment actions by looking here. So our copy count is 2, our new app name is this expression, and then our published, the destination for our publish action is going to also be based off of this expression. So we'll save our deployment plan, and we'll come and we will deploy our Movies app. We choose Publish Copies Deployment Plan, and we will finish. So now we have our results. We have 9 unchanged deployed items, which is expected because we didn't make any changes to our Movies app. And then we have 18 added. And as we can see here, we've got 1 app in our prod 1 stream and then 1 app in our prod 2 stream. So if we come to Qlik Sense and we refresh our app list, we can see that we have copy of movies published to prod 1 in our prod 1 stream, and then we have copy of movies published to prod 2 in our prod 2 stream. So that is how you can use post-deployment actions to create copies of your Qlik Sense apps and publish them to different streams.